call this a trigger warning or a nipple warning. The nips were bleeding and they were bad. I didn't even know you needed to cover your nipple. I should have known that because chafing is real, right? What's up, YouTube? My name is Austin, and last year I ran my very first half marathon. A couple of weeks ago, I decided, for better or for worse, I'm gonna do it again this year. So I just started training the last week of December. My race is the beginning of March, and I am going to try to recreate the training that I did last year, but improve upon all of the things that I did wrong. Just finished 2-mile relaxed run, 5th run of this year's half marathon training. Going pretty well so far. Sweaty, started my day 5 a.m., did some stretching and meditation, and then out by 5:40 for the run. How many miles have you run today? I learned a lot of lessons last year. When I crossed that finish line, I can promise you I was dead. And the goal this year is to be slightly less dead. How can that be achieved? Well, I'm gonna learn, and I'm hoping that you're gonna help me. Specifically, if you are a runner, and double specifically, if you are somebody who's not really a runner but is trying to run or has successfully become somewhat of a runner. If there's one thing that I've learned from my half marathon training, it's that when you think you're done, you're not. You've got to keep pushing. And it was the hardest thing for me to switch in my brain, because you think, oh, I'm tired, I'll take a rest. Maybe. But more than likely, you can go a little further. Sometimes at the beginning of the training, like right now when I'm doing 2-mile runs, it's like I did 13 not even a year ago. I can do 2 miles. But knowing those numbers, knowing that you're getting to the end, sucks, man. And you got to push through it, no matter what. Whatever it is, don't give up. Don't give up. You can do more than you think you can. I know that because I've done way more than I ever thought I could. So one of the things I decided to change in this year's half marathon prep is that I'm going to continue going to the gym and doing weight training. As of right now, the runs are all very manageable because it's the beginning of training. But I know that once that changes, once the runs go into the 7, 8, 9, 10 mile length, I might have to dial back my training to maybe 3 days a week, 30-minute sessions. But right now I'm at about 4 days a week. Well, I am 4 days a week and approximately 45 minutes to an hour each session, doing an upper-lower split. I'd love to know your perspective, especially if you have already run in a race before. I'd love to know what you think about other types of exercise during the training. Am I shooting myself in the foot here, or am I making a good choice? One of the most important lessons I learned last year when I ran my first half marathon was you gotta cover the nips, because at the end of my race, I remember I was sitting there exhausted. I had done a few little walking laps around the field just to like let my body cool down. But once I actually stopped moving for the first time and I enjoyed a full calorie Coca-Cola, which is not very common in my life. My mom, who came to visit me, looked at me and she said, "What's on your shirt?" And I'm sorry to say, call this a trigger warning or a nipple warning. The nips were bleeding and they were bad. I didn't even know you needed to cover your nipple. I should have known that because chafing is real, right? But guys, I've not always been the smartest person when it comes to physical training. I am only human. And humans have nipples, and nipples bleed. My vision for this channel is to document my journey to running my second half marathon, and if I am crazy enough to register for my first marathon. I don't know if that's what I want to do yet. I think it is, because it's a lifetime goal of mine to run a marathon. But also, I can't speak. Also, I'm not really sure if running a marathon is precisely what fits my goals right now. All I know is that I've signed up for this second half marathon. It's been a while since I was running consistently because I was a bad boy and stopped running, even though I said to myself, oh, I'm going to keep running after the half marathon. Well, that didn't last very long. Thank you guys so much for watching my video today. I am just getting started. I have made a few videos in my past, but I am certainly no expert. So I appreciate any tips and tricks in terms of how to make these videos better for you, how to make them more informative for you. I'm just simply trying to document my journey, learn along the way with you, provide any valuable info that I can in case you want to do the same thing that I'm doing, or in case you just want to push after some other goal that you have. We can do it together, and I hope that in some way I can help you, inspire you, and I hope to be helped and inspired by you at the same time. All I know is that fitness is a journey. It is one of the most life-changing and exciting journeys I've ever been on, and I'm really proud of the progress I've made so far. I'm proud of running that first half marathon, but I'm really proud of the fact that I'm going for it again, because it's pretty easy to not run a half marathon. In fact, it is potentially the easiest thing you could do in the world of marathons. But I'm going to run a second half marathon, and I'm going to do it in approximately 55-ish days. Thanks for coming along this run with me. Let's make it a good one.